hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Houston Texans. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Flush to his right. He finds his target, Allen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Watson off play action. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to go back to Allen there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. John Hightower now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll run on 1st down. It's Kramer. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. John Hightower, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Morgan. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 75 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
Goes without saying, the defense is going to have to adjust to it.
In a big way.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at about the 31. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Touchdown, Detroit. Justin Jefferson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Watson on first down. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, It was enough to get them a first down, and it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Watson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Watson. And that'll be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson over the middle. He gets it to Collins. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Herbert. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Khalil Herbert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you plan on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Oliver, he's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! John Hightower with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. 48 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to the ground, this time Langford. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try to run for the first with Langford. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
This is Langford on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a first carry for their fullback.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though. But I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hightower. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Oliver, and he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Chris Jones in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. On first down, Kramer. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And to the right side here, it's Allen. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. To the end zone, touchdown Detroit. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. On first and 10. Watson airing this one out for Evans.
And this incomplete. An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even, but it's second down.
So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Airing this one out for Evans. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before the break. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Out of the end zone, here comes Hightower. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll keep it on the ground. Kramer, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
That's complete to Hightower.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
And he fires one incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. After the sack on first down, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Desmond King picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, Kramer. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
They'll keep it on the ground. Kramer. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, it's Kramer. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. Steps away. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Flushed out right. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
There's a lot of good on that play when we see the big fella take it and rumble into the secondary. But how about the big part of it, taking care of the football? He doesn't carry it very often, but when he does, he's got to make sure that he doesn't get it popped free. Unlike Mike Tolbert in Super Bowl 50, carrying the ball popped free, turnover, and it hurt his team.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. Out of the gun, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 3. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Well, after that pickup of a 1st down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch them by surprise.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Out of the end zone, here comes Hightower. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got the 2-score lead. It looked though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the fourth, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
They'll run on first down. Kramer, and some room to work. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe
the ball is out. Watson lost it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
3rd and long. It's Watson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Looking long for Thomas. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some space here. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Kramer. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Morgan. Touchdown, Texans. It's the fullback with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans cut into that lead. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tanner Muse with it. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. Past the 20.
We live for this.
And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Rohrwasser on for the PAT. And that will cut this lead down to 13. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And that is Allen still down following the play. Appears to be shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time through the air. And even 50 yards. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator,